Hi everyone and welcome to Toastmasters 419th meeting. Those who are in attendance today, feel free to scan the QR code to get the full agenda. Now, before we begin this meeting, there are a few rules that we like to share. So this meeting is being recorded for archival purposes. And those in attendance today, feel free to open your camera video throughout the meeting and do unmute yourself when you're going to talk. And while others are giving speech, ensure that you are muted to make sure that the meeting goes smoothly. Now, we will proceed with the presiding officer's speech, which is done by myself as well. So, first and foremost, I would like to welcome everyone here on our meeting tonight. So, first and foremost, I would like to welcome our Area W1 Director and immediate past President, Toastmaster Zhi Jun, in attendance today, as well as our guests. First and foremost, our GE, Toastmaster Sonea Clarence from Falim Toastmasters Club, our Table Topics Master, Wen Jun from Jabil GBS Toastmasters Club, Jason Tong, who's our project speech evaluator from TTDI Toastmasters Club. Last but not least, Toastmaster Esther So, our table topics evaluator from Bukit Gelugo Toastmasters Club. Also, a warm welcome to fellow Toastmasters, both from Toastmasters Club and also our guests. Now, before we move on, I would like to talk a bit on tonight's meeting theme. So, tonight's meeting, the theme is the power of forgiveness. Now, we live in an era where a lot of us make mistakes all the time. I hope not all the time. However, we live in a world where without forgiveness, we cannot cohabitate together peacefully. All right? Even though you really hate that person, at the end of the day, you must have the heart to forgive. Maybe not forget, but the heart to forgive. Because without forgiveness, we as humans are not able to live together happily and proceed with our life as usual, right? So today's theme is sort of a gentle reminder to all of us to always believe in the power of forgiveness. Forgive those to ensure that you can continue with your life peacefully. So, as of that continuation, I will now pass over the E stage to our Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Aimaan. The stage is yours.
Hello everyone. You can guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome to University Malaya Toastmasters Club, and this is our 419th meeting. And as said just now by our dear President Harshini, our theme for today is the power of forgiveness. Forgiveness is something that sounds simple in theory, but when you actually want to practice it, it becomes harder to do. After all, why forgive someone who wronged us personally? And seeing as how it's gonna be Raya soon, and we also say Maaf Zahir dan Batin, so it is serves as a reminder for us to basically just forgive the people who have wronged us in our lives. After all, it's mm, uh after all, even if you by showing forgiveness, you shows that you have achieved maturity and you have grown from the situation as you don't have any lingering feelings towards it and can move on. And now I will briefly talk about history, everyone's favorite subject. First, we have the founder of Toastmasters, Ralph C. Smedley. Will anyone here want to tell me what does the C in his name stand for? Anyone?
Chestnut.
Yes. Thank you, Zhi Jun. Yep. His full name is Dr. Ralph Chestnut Smedley. And he founded Toastmasters on October of 22nd, 1924 in YMCA in Santa Ana, California in the United States. Why exactly? Well, there are four main reasons. One, he wanted to teach people how to speak properly. Two, to teach people how to conduct meetings. Three, teach people how to plan programs. And four, to work on committees. And that is a long while since 1924, about more than a decade, 102 years, if I believe, if my math is correct. And now Toastmasters is an entire worldwide network of clubs. It has 270,000 members all around the globe in 150 countries with around 14,000 clubs. And this helps everyone to build up their confidence in competence in communication, leadership, and event planning. But what about our club history? And that is where we come to our founder, Vincent Hoare, who is a distinguished Toastmaster. Around 2001-2003, Toastmasters Club was promoting the ICSA professional course to university and colleges, and none other than Vincent Hoare was asked to help to promote the Toastmasters movement. And about 4 years was spent to follow up with uni officials in order to make this club a reality. And the fateful day of 18 April 2007, TICOM, Toastmasters International Club of University Malaya, was charted. It was held in the Dewan Persidangan Faculty of Language and Linguistics in the year 2007. But personally, I think TICOM isn't really that much of a catchy name. And I think that the members at the time agreed, because in a year later, the club changed its name to University Malaya Toastmasters Club and is how it is still referred to as right now. And this is our uh the stuff we did. We have done meetings, we have hold meetings, we have hold competitions, and this is our EXO. If you see the image on the left, you can see our EXO group together. And now I would like to bring us on how the meeting will go. There are three parts of this meeting, and they all form the acronym PIE, P-I-E. P stands for prepared speeches, where members present prepared speeches that have specific objectives. I stands for impromptu speeches, or as we call it, table topics, where members and guests can present impromptu speeches. And finally, the last part, E stands for evaluation, where speakers receive constructive feedback on their speeches. And now I would like to call upon our role players of this meeting, starting off our grammarian, Zhi Jun.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm Zhi Jun, the grammarian of today. As a grammarian, my role is act like an English teacher to take note and give feedback about the good selection of words, phrases, and sentences, and also take note about the grammatical errors and mispronounced words. At the same time, as a grammarian, it's also my duty to introduce the word of the day and also count the number of usage of word of the day by each speakers. So today, the word of the day for this meeting is forgive. Forgive is a verb. It means to stop feeling angry or resentment towards someone. Example of the usage of forgive are: first, despite everything he did towards me, I still forgave him in the end. Second, she was finally able to forgive herself for that mistake she did. So everyone remember to use the word forgive today, and I will provide my grammar report of number of usage of word of the day and also the pros and cons of grammar at the end of the meeting. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening, Aimaan.
Thank you, Zhi Jun, for explaining your role and as well as the word of the day. Next, I would like to call upon our accountant, Sheng to explain his role.
Greetings, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and guests. The purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds, including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, or this means, this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you. Pass to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Sheng for explaining your role. The accountant, of course, serves to help us teach off our pause words. And lastly, I would like to call upon one of the really important roles, the, as we call it, Rolex of the club, the timer.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the evening. So, greetings, fellow Toastmasters. I'm Harshini, the timer for tonight's meeting. And as a timer, I will time the formal speeches, table topic speakers, and the evaluation. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the red, yellow, and green card cues. And that's all from me. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, timer Harshini. And lastly, I would like to call our general evaluator, Sonea Clarence from UMTMC.
Hello everyone. So the general evaluator will lead the evaluation session. Basically, everything needs to be evaluated to ensure that the next meeting will be great. So I will call upon the speech evaluators and also the role players at the end of the meeting, and I will also give my own report for the overall flow of the meeting as well. Okay, back to you, TO.
Thank you. And now we'll move on to the first section of our meeting, the prepared speeches. And to start things off, our first prepared speech is by Chien, who will be doing the successful club series, keeping the commitment. Now, the successful club series is a set of presentations addressing the subject of quality meetings. Members will learn the skills and standards they must strive to achieve for their club to be successful. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate their ability to deliver an effective, respectful evaluation. And now I would like to call upon our speaker, Shin.
Please give me some time. I'm going to share my screen.
Okay, more than just words, Shin, more than just words, the stage is yours.
Am I audible? Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'm doing my successful club series of keeping the commitment. This is a picture. Does anyone remember this moment in Toastmaster?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe what is that ceremony called as?
New members induction.
Yes, correct. It's the new member induction ceremony. So I'm sure as a Toastmaster, all of us have gone through this ceremony. When I first joined, I was so confused. I was asked to participate in this ceremony before I knew anything about Toastmaster. So I went into the room, everyone stood up, they raised their hand, and they recite to the Toastmaster member pledge together. I was one of them in this picture, but I wonder, what exactly are we promising, and why does that matter? Now, I am to answer that. A Toastmaster promise is more than just a piece of words we recite during the ceremony. It is a commitment that we make not only to the club, but also to our own personal growth. It is there to remind us of our responsibility as members and how we contribute to the club. We can keep this promise through 3 commitments: the participations, interactions, and maintaining the club qualities. So let us look at the first commitment, the participations. If you join Toastmaster to improve your speaking skills, simply by paying membership will not help with the improvement of your speaking skill. Real progress only happens if you actively participate in the club activities. So first is by attending meetings regularly. Regular attendance helps us to overcome the fear of speaking, improve communication skills, and develop leadership proficiency. Even if you don't contribute that much at first, just by showing up allows us to observe and learn from others. Each meeting gives us another great opportunity to learn and grow. Second, prepare speech projects according to the outline. This is to ensure that we fulfill the purpose statement and meet its learning objective. The Toastmaster program is designed to help us gradually improve our skill. By following this assigned project and prepare properly, we can track our progress and growth over time. Third, is to prepare and fulfill meeting assignments. Meaning is the role that we have been assigned for each meeting. There's a saying, every Toastmaster wears many hats. We, as Toastmaster, have different roles for each meeting. But we must be prepared and understand what our roles, duties are for each meeting. Imagine you come unprepared as the Toastmaster of the day. Arrive late, you set up the slides and monitors last minute, and the meeting got delayed. But what if we come well prepared? You arrive early, you finish setup in advance, we start on time, and the meeting ends on time. So when we come prepared for our roles, it's obvious that the meeting is going to be more effective and beneficial for everyone. Whether we serve as the timer, grammarians, evaluators, or the Toastmaster of the days, each role is equally important. The timer, to keep track of the time and ensure everything runs smoothly. The grammarians notes the word of the day, grammar usage, and beautifully crafted phrases. The accountant keep track of the conscious words and filler sounds. And the evaluator to provide a constructive feedback to the speakers. And of course, the Toastmaster of the day, who is the host and guide for the meeting. If you feel nervous about taking a role, you could always start with a less stressful one, such as the accountant, which was also the first role that I took in a meeting setting. Starting small helps us to build confidence over time and overcome the fears of participating. Here are some pictures of our physical meetings and online meeting and some of our speakers. And that's me being the Toastmaster of the evening for one of the meetings. Next, interact. Toastmaster is not only a place for us to practice speaking. It is also a supportive community where we help each other to grow. So first, we should always provide helpful and constructive evaluations. When we evaluate a speaker, the goal is not to criticize, but to provide feedback that could help them to improve. By highlighting the strength and area for improvement, we encourage each other to elevate our speech and become a better speaker. Second, creating a positive and friendly environment. This is simple. We can do this by arriving early, talking to fellow members, familiarize with each other, and welcoming guests warmly. A friendly environment helps new members to feel comfortable, to feel at home, and encourage them to continue their Toastmaster journey. Third, respect. We should always treat each other with courtesy and encouragement, regardless of our experience or achievement. Whether we are on level 5 or level 1, we get the Triple Crown Awards or we don't, in Toastmaster, that doesn't matter. We are all on the same ground to learn and to grow together. Only when we feel support and respect, we are more willing to step out of our comfort zone. Finally, is serve as club officers. The Toastmasters runs smoothly only when we work together in planning meetings and supporting club activities. By taking up officers' role, we not only help the club to function effectively, but also improve our own leadership and teamwork. So here are some pictures that we are having some hangouts after the meetings and some of the club officers' moments that we have. Moving on, maintain the club qualities, which is also the last commitment. A successful club doesn't rely on just a few people or just the exco teams alone. It depends on the commitment and responsibility of all of us. Each of us is crucial in keeping the club strong, vibrant, and effective. First is by bringing guests to the meeting. When we invite friends to visit the club, they can experience the Toastmaster program. Guests also bring in new perspectives, ideas, and personalities that enrich our club communities. For example, inviting guests from another Toastmaster clubs might help us to realize that what we are lacking and introduce new ideas that we could implement in our own club. Some guests may even become members in the future and help with the club success. Second, to follow Toastmaster guidelines and rules. These include the Toastmaster constitutions and bylaw, club policies, and the pathway educational program requirements. This ensures that the meeting runs smoothly, projects are completed as intended, and awards remain meaningful and fair. When we follow these rules, we honor the hard work of our members and contribute to a professional learning environment. Third, to observe ethical standards. We should always act honestly, responsibly, and with integrity. One example is to provide a truthful environment rather than a perfect or seems nice evaluations. If we say, I really like the body language. But the speaker doesn't have any. That doesn't help the speaker. An evaluation is meant to help the speaker to improve, not just to sound good or sound perfect. Another example is to be honest when recording our progress in public. Recently, besides the original speech requirements, there are also additional tasks that must be completed to finish a level. Like my successful clock series is one of them. Only mark the level as complete after fulfilling those additional requirements, not just the speeches alone. This builds trust within the club and ensure that Toastmasters remain a supportive and fair platform for everyone to learn and grow confidently. So these are also some of the moments that we have. Furthermore, the Toastmaster member promise is more than just a piece of word. It is a commitment to ourselves and to the club. We keep this commitment by participating actively, interacting positively, and maintaining the club quality. When we honor the commitments, the club grows stronger and each of us grow as a speaker and a leader. Every meeting we attend, every role we take, and every piece of encouragement that we give each other builds a better Toastmaster community. And if we ever lose sight of our direction in Toastmaster, we can always return to that promise. It reminds us of why we are here and encourages us to keep growing. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Shin, for giving your speech. It's a good way for us to remember that, yeah, we on how we can still stay committed to this club in other ways. And now I'll move on to our second speaker, Linisha, who is giving the speech level 2, understanding your communication style. May I call on her evaluator to read out the purpose statement?
Master Linisha. So your speech purpose for today is to learn about different communication style and identify your primary style, and also to share the impact of your style on others. Good luck on your speech, Linisha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Angel. Toastmaster Linisha, are you ready?
Certainly.
All right. The Empath Doctor, Toastmaster Linisha. Toastmaster Linisha, the Empath Doctor. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Aimaan. Before I start my speech, could I get a short moment? Timer do not start first. Timer don't start first. Could I ask the members of the crowd if they could open their cameras, if it's possible? Because I'm doing a communication speech and it's only reasonable that communication is a two-way street. Okay. Could I have some people in the crowd open their cameras if it's possible? I'll give you a minute. All right. Thank you to those who opened their camera. All right, timer can start already. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Might I have some text from the crowd or someone voice out that when you go to the doctor, would you rather have a doctor who is direct but is distant, or B, a doctor who is supportive but attentive? Okay, I see some B's. Okay, B's, good. All are going B's, good. Because yes, I would choose to be the latter than the former. Because in medicine, we are your bridge between science and humanity. we are taught in the most complex scientific terms, such as retinoblastoma, finger clubbing, and gluteus maximus. But when we translate it to you, we relay it to you in simple terms, such as eye cancer, the swelling of the fingertips, and your butt. Now, growing up as a doctor, I personally have been introduced to the stigmas of how a doctor is perceived since young as sad, straightforward, analytical, and direct. But not, how does that make you feel? Because generally speaking, when patients come to you, we are meant to train to extract textbook-like symptoms from you. But patients don't necessarily speak in bullet points, don't they? They don't come to you and say, doctor, I have this. What's my symptom? No. They come in, they say, doctor, I have a headache and I don't know what's going on. And then they start a 10-minute rant. Most of the time, it's about life, their stresses, sometimes even about their dog. But why me, perhaps as a med student or as a houseman, I'll be wondering what's going on. Suddenly in that rant will appear a golden line. The line that ties everything together, making every single symptom make sense. Now, typically speaking, if I was an analytical doctor, I'd interrupt them and say, I'm sorry, let's talk about this instead. It relates to your symptoms. If I was a direct doctor instead, I would rush them and say, I think you're going off topic. Let's get back to this. But growing up, my heart whispered to me, no, that's not the way. You must also lead by being supportive with empathy. Okay, story time, ladies and gentlemen. A short one, perhaps. Short one. My friend, he was a close friend of mine, he came up to me suddenly and said, Nisha, life update. Me and my girlfriend, we broke up. I touched my pulse. He was the perfect couple with his girlfriend. And suddenly he broke up? And I asked him, of course I did. And he said, it feels stupid and I feel guilty about it, but I fell out of love with her. And I was like, nah, this can't be real. This can't be real. So I went back and forth with him. I peeled back the layers of the story. And true to that, I found two reasons, the ultimate reasons. One, he could not give him his 100% on this when she needed it. And two, he could not envision a future with him. And of course, I told him that, my friend, these are your only true reasons. Nothing else matters. It's gonna be hard for the both of you. She's gonna hurt even more than you because she's still in love. But you'll get through this. You can do this. And from that encounter, realization dawned upon me that by being an empath is not a weakness. It's a superpower. It gives me the ability to stay long enough for the truth to appear, but it also gives me the strength to be firm as well. Because underneath all my walls, there's structure. I may give you space, but I won't allow excuse. I may validate your feelings, but I will address the elephant in the room. Not loudly, but cleanly. Because sure, by being a doctor, your skills may make you an efficient and competent doctor. But by being the one that supports, will make you the empath doctor. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Linisha, for delivering your speech. Yeah, empathy is really important, especially if you want to become a doctor, since you do have to care about your patients. And we'll now move on to our final project speech of this meeting. It'll be delivered by Toastmaster Lim Yan Siew, giving the project level 3, Know Your Sense of Humor. May I call her project speech evaluator to read the purpose statement?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. The purpose of this project is for member Yan Siew to begin developing a collection of humorous stories and to present a speech that includes humor. Back to you.
Thank you. Toastmaster Yan Siew, are you ready?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. The siren and blue light, Lim Yan Siew, the siren and blue light. The stage is now yours.
If you are naughty, the policeman will come and arrest you later. When adults don't want the kids to do something, they will add the consequence behind of the sentence. I don't know if it is a common thing in like Asian families, but at least for my family, we grew up like this, which actually shapes how the policeman impression in my mind. Whenever I saw them, I would be scared. I still remember back in those days, whenever there was a roadblock at night, I would pretend that I'm sleeping until we pass the roadblock and I open my eyes. I did nothing wrong, but I'm still scared. Days by days, I realized the police won't arrest you if you did nothing wrong. So my fear to the police slowly faded. Until last year, December. It was a Sunday morning. I was supposed to reach UM at 5 a.m. in the morning, but when my alarm rang, it was already 4:45. I was shocked, and I get ready as quick as possible, grab my car keys, and hop on the car. Until I drive out of my housing area, I realized, oh, I forgot to inform the organizer that I will be late as I was committed as a volunteer. So I stopped by the traffic light and began typing. I was left with 2 words when the traffic light turns green. When I was about to release the brake, oh gosh. I looked to the right. It was a police car next to my car on an empty street, 5 a.m. in a Sunday morning. The police then said, "Tepi, tepi, tepi." Oh, I have no choice but to stop my car at the side of the road. And the conversation went like this. Morning. Morning, sir. Sorry. Where were you from? Just there. My house is just there. You know, we were just beside you all the time, but you don't want to look at us at all. So sorry, I didn't realize you were beside me. Okay. Are you a student? Yes. Where are you from? UM? What course are you taking? Counseling? Okay, Now I will counseling you. Show me your IDs. See? You are still in P. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you want me to fine you? The fine here as in saman. The first thought that came into my mind is, how much is the fine? My dad didn't tell me about this. Can I ask the police officer? Does it sound like I want to treat him a cup of coffee? But do I have enough money to pay? It's okay, my house is just there. Just find me. So I replied the officer with a dead face. Okay, just fine. Just fine you? Do you know that if I find you now, your license will be gone? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Okay. Because you're a student, so I decided to give you a chance. I forgive you this time. Oh my god, thank you, sir. And this is my first experience with the police officer. I think I was innocent enough, so I got to escape. Yet, I still can't believe the first person I saw in the morning is a policeman. And I don't know, is it because of my awareness not isn't that high back then? Because after this incident, I realized the police car is just like appearing everywhere. It's like a magnet. Whenever I will have a thought, I don't want to see a police today, please, I don't want to get into that incident again, one will appear right in front of me, wherever I am. Even I'm on the road, in a housing area, or even in I will immediately see a police car. I'm so scared. So I began to drive carefully after that day. Until one day, it was last week, I didn't know that being extra careful, the police can still block you. I was fetching my friend. We were talking, and when I was about to switch lane, I looked at the side mirror, and then I asked my friend, "Hey, Xiaoming, why is there a police car at the back of our car? Huh? Is the blue light on? No. Okay. I think you're blocking his way. Switch lane, switch lane. Okay. Soon after I put on our signal, tepi. Oh my god! It was the police car is actually following my car. Then this happens again. I was so scared. While stopping my car, my mind went through all the things that I could have done wrong. Did I drive too fast? No, I was driving 70 to 80 normal. Did I play on my phone? No. Then what could it be? Police come down, uses flashlight, flash on both of us, check our IDs, ask about our relationship, and also check my bonnet. And then it's okay, nothing now, you can go. We'd be like, huh? Sir, what's happening? What's with the sudden block? Oh, nothing. Because you drive too slow, you look very suspicious. I felt so speechless, but relieved at the same time. At least the police doesn't want to find me. So due to this experience, I would get a jump scare whenever I was driving at night and the advertisement light suddenly changed. Boom. I thought it's a police car again. Too bad my mom didn't get me into this practice back then. Should have just flashed some blue light on me when they tell me the police is going to arrest you. All in all, always remember to not text and drive. Drive safely. Be genuine enough like me so you can escape. If not, the police will come and arrest you. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yancio. Yeah, I think this is a PSA. Please don't drive safely, don't text and drive, and of course, be innocent. Because if you're innocent, then everyone will believe you. And that marks the end of our project speeches. And now we shall vote for the best project speech, best project speech speaker. Uh, is there enough votes?
We can wait for a few more seconds.
Okay.
All right, it's done.
Okay. And with that, we have now reached the end of the first segment of our meeting, the prepared speech. And we will now move on to the second segment, table topics, which will be held by none other than Wen Jun from WGBS Toastmasters Club. I'll now hand over the stage to you.
Hi guys, thank you, Aimaan. Guys, can you hear me? Hello. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear
Guys, can
you.
you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Audible.
Okay, thank you. So let me share my screen here. Can you see my screen? Okay.
Yes.
So everyone, let me do a little introduction of what is Topics Master. So basically, for this role, I'll be conducting the impromptu speech session where each speaker will be given 2 minutes to speak and 30 seconds to summarize their speech. So 1 minute, they'll flash green, 1.5 minute, yellow, flash yellow, and 2 minutes will flash red, and you have 30 seconds to wrap it up. And remember to use the word of the day, forgive. Okay, guys. So here's some pictures here. Now, I would like to invite someone who wants to give it a try. Wants to give it a try. Anyone from the floor?
Maybe I try
Hello.
first.
Sorry. Who? Sorry.
Zhi Jun here. Maybe I take a
Oh, Zhi
try.
Jun. Oh, okay, can. No problem. So, Zhi Jun, there's 5 pictures here. Which one you are interested to know?
Mm, Let me. I choose the clock.
Clock one. Okay. Let's see. It's gonna be very fun, huh? Okay.
Ah.
So, Zhi Jun, is it easier to forgive your alarm clock or your slow Wi-Fi? Is it easier to forgive your alarm clock or your slow Wi-Fi? Zhi Jun.
Mm. First, first and foremost, I might change a topic again because when I see this topic where I can't link about I can't link of how my alarm clock can link to a Wi-Fi because I thought
Uh,
my Wi-Fi my alarm clock does not need a Wi-Fi to use it. Even though can run in the
uh,
airplane mode. So maybe I change into the another one is if I forgive my alarm clock for not being ring or what.
okay. Can.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I used to be a I used to be a person who like to sleep, especially when I get stressed. I like to sleep more, and then during weekends, I to try to use my precious weekends to get as much sleep as I can to recharge myself for the weekdays for my work. And then there's a incident happen. Currently, I'm taking an internship, and then I start. I remember that's when I was start this internship. Second day of the internship, a thing happens. My alarm clock does not ring. Why? because I did not charge the phone. And then the phone battery ran out and then it does not ring. And then my office time, my office clock in time is 8:30 and then I wake up at 7:50. So what should I do? That time I can't forgive. That time I not forgive, not say I forgive my alarm clock. It's okay with my alarm clock. I can't forgive for myself about why did not charge my phone, why did not check whether my phone is charged before I getting sleep. So that time I just thinking about how to settle this issue, and then I just straight away did not bath, just brush my teeth and then just change my clothes and then just straight away drive to my office in 25 minutes before got in. So is it to forgive my alarm clock? I will say yeah. I'll say yes, and then I did not blame my alarm clock. What I blame is myself about being reckless, about not setting up the alarm clock and then not charging my phone before sleep. Yeah, back to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Zhi Jun. So I think it's really important, guys. We have to charge our phone before we sleep. And after the alarm clock ring, you need to wake up immediately. Don't fall asleep again. It's a trap. Okay. Thank you, Zhi Jun, so much. Now, let's move on to our next speaker. Who wants to give another try? We have 4 pictures left.
Can I try?
Can? Andrea, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe the refrigerator?
Okay, refrigerator. So, Angel, before that, are you a uni student?
Yes.
Okay, good. This one should be interesting also for you. Angel, your friend accidentally ate your fridge food in the hostel again. What would you do? Your friend accidentally ate your fridge food in the hostel again. What would you do, Angel?
All right. To be honest, as a pastoral student staying at KK11, we don't have a refrigerator. It's a luxury to us as a public school student, but we do as a university student. We have like kind of a storeroom for our food because whenever we get stressed, we'll just look for food to stress eat. And me and my friends, we both have like a box that keeps all kinds of like junk food inside. We have Mr. Potato, we have Mimi, we have Hot Cup, and if my friend accidentally ate one of my food, to be honest, I won't mind. Well, because relate back to our topic, it's about forgiveness, right? I think I would consider myself as someone who is more forgiving, and I actually don't mind to share the food to others because it's a way for me to share my happiness to others, as I know we are all stressed about exams, about our midterms, and our finals is coming. So I would just tell them to just like, oh, just get the food and get a hot car and can share with each other. So I won't do anything to them because I'm actually happy that, oh, my food saved your day from stress again. Yes. All from me.
Thank you, Angel. Yeah, I think it's good that you are very forgiving. I believe, at least in my opinion, the food is not wasted. Someone ate it. Okay. Thank you, Angel. Now, let's move on to our next speaker. Third most speaker. Who wants to give it a try?
Can I try?
I try.
Okay, first.
Sorry, who?
Me, Zoe here.
Zoe. Okay, yeah. Zoe,
Can I
so
choose the picture with the angle one?
you know this, where's this guy from? No?
Yeah, I remember it's one of the Pixar movie, but I forgot the name.
Inside Out.
Yeah,
Inside Out,
Inside
just
Out.
called Anger.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what he has here. Okay, Zoe, if you could ask someone for forgiveness today, who would it be and why? If you could ask someone for forgiveness today, Who will it be and why? Zoe.
Okay, so I would ask forgiveness from my secondary school friend. As I remember when I was in Form 5, I have a very best mates where we usually participate in activities like scouts and also some class cocoa together. And we were basically every day sticking together, even going to the toilet. But then somehow one day she have some misunderstood from me where I didn't understand what I did wrong for her to get angry with me. And that time it was nearly the approaching the date where we are having our SPM. So on the exam day, I encouraged myself to go and ask her the reason behind it because I was thinking if I don't take this step, I think our friendship would be gone like forever. So I encouraged myself and asked her, but then her reply is kind of cold-hearted for me because what she replied was, I'm sorry. I think if I mention the reason now, we two wouldn't be having the mood for exam already. So sadly, our story ended there, and till now, me and her are not very close and just hi bye friends now. Yeah, that's all from me.
Thank you, Zoe. Uh it's really for me. Thanks for your story, Zoe. I feel that in my opinion, I feel that maybe something need to be explained. Despite whatever you forgive or not, I believe an explanation should be there. But thank you, Zoe, for sharing your story. It kind of inspiring more to explain and give forgive people as well. Thank you, Zoe. Okay, so right now, let's see. We have, I think, can we have one more speaker? Time?
Yes, we can have
Who's next?
Zhe Xi.
Jesse. Jesse. Okay, yeah, Jesse. There are two pictures left. Which one you want to choose?
I think I will choose the Captain America one.
Okay. Okay, so let's see. Wow. So, Jesse, if forgiveness was a superpower, how would you use it in your university life? If forgiveness was a superpower, how would you use it in university life? Jesse.
If forgiveness was a superpower, how would I use it in my university life? I understand this situation as if I'm using forgiveness as a superpower, including to myself. So I would say it's to use this superpower to forgive the monkeys. And that's because I'm really angry at the monkeys, especially a few days ago. I've just got an attack from them, and I think I'm really angry at the moment. So if I had this superpower, I would really calm myself and let myself forgive those monkeys, and they are really evil because okay, just a few days ago, these monkeys entered my dorm room and there were no people at all at the time. So I would say they kind of like steal our food and also left quite literally a mess in our room. And I would say these UN monkeys, they are not just coming with like just one or two of them. I think it's a pack of them that came in our room, and everything is just messy, dirty. They even left their pee, and maybe it's their excretion faces. So it's just really disgusting. It's not just about the stealing your food thing. They even even left with a mess, and it's just wasting your time to clean everything up just because you left a slight opening to your window. So I will really just take that as a lesson. But if I had this superpower, I will really use it to forgive those monkeys, although right now I wouldn't want to, because it's just no use like crying over spilled milk, right? It's already happening, and you could only blame yourself that you are not closing the windows properly. So I learned my lesson right now, and if I had this superpower, I really maybe forgive those monkeys. Thank you.
Thank you, Zhe Xi. Wow, I heard many stories about the UN monkeys. Even yeah, they're causing a lot of mess. Yeah, if I have superpower, I would actually try to maybe mind control them, make them more civilized, trying to pee around. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the participation. So, timer, do I still have any more time?
Yes, for one more speaker.
Yeah, I think let's make it last one because there are 5 pictures, right? Wants to give it a try. Hey,
Can I
actually, I
give it a try?
noticed all. Huh? Who? Sorry.
Me, Shan. Or do you have someone in
Sorry.
mind?
No. Yes. Go ahead. Yes, can. No problem.
I guess there's only one last picture for me to choose, right?
Yes. Okay, San Xian. So you have this battle, a hand, 2 hands. Give it a try.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
See. Okay. Should
Yeah.
everyone deserve a second chance? San Xian. San Xian. Should everyone deserve a second chance? San Xian.
Okay. This is quite a deep question because when I want to answer this, I first ask myself, do I want a second chance if I did something wrong? And obviously the answer is yes, I want to have a second chance. But do I really deserve it? Well, now I think about it, it depends on what is the thing that I want to get a second chance for. So let's say I made a big mistake and people are not forgiving me, then it's all about the person I hurt or the consequences I caused. Is it, can it be reversed? Can the person forgive me? So the point is forgiving. To get a second chance, you need to be forgiven. And I believe that people do deserve a second chance, but first they need to fight for it by seeking forgiveness from other persons. Because then only you get a second chance to reverse what has been done. So this is what I think about the second chance. Now, in general, do you think a criminal should have a second chance? Let's say he's a murderer. If he's in the prison and one day he says, okay, I realize how wrong I have been and I really want to forgive myself. I really want to like get a second chance because I'm now a good person. Now the thing is that sadly the society will rarely forgive him because we won't even take the effort to like know what his feeling is and should we forgive him. So it's very sad that the current situation in society is like this. I'm not asking people to like go and forgive criminals, but I do believe that if you have the chance to forgive someone, do give them a chance. But it's not that you don't want to protect yourself during that process. It's just that give them a chance, try to listen to them, and make this society a better place because I believe everyone deserves a second chance if they truly seek for it. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, San Qian. Thank you. I agree with most of the points. I would say that does everyone deserve a second chance? I think they need to fight for it. But whether you deserve a second chance or not, always remember, guys, to forgive yourself first. Okay? And fight for it. Okay, that's all for my table topic session, guys. And thanks everyone for forgive some of my mistakes. And now I give back to our topic the table sponsor of the evening, Aimaan. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Table Topics Master, for conducting the table topic session. I hope it was it enjoyable for you guys?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, the topics were also very interesting, and yeah, that was a really enjoyable table talk session. And now we shall go on to vote for the best table topic speaker.
Guys, just give me a moment. I was a victim of Wi-Fi, so the poll kind of disappeared. I'm not forgiving Wi-Fi though.
UM's Wi-Fi is unforgivable.
Um, can I get like the topics list? Topics master.
Oh yes, can I ping you privately? Is it okay? Or
Yeah, sure.
yeah, okay. Harshini, right? Sorry.
Uh, yeah.
Okay, wait, okay, Harshini, I given all the questions, 5 questions, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Just give me a moment to set the poll.
Mm,
Have we gotten enough votes?
There are still many who haven't voted yet. Do vote. And we'll close the vote in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, everyone, that marks the end of the table topic session. Now move on to the third and final segment of the meeting, the evaluation, the evaluation. And it will be held by none other than our general evaluator, Sonea Clarence from Fardim Toastmasters Club. And with that, I will hand over the stage to you.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the evening. Aimaan. Okay, so my role as the general evaluator, I will call upon my co-evaluators to give their evaluation for the benefit of the guests. Basically, this session is so that everyone who participated in the sessions above previously, the speakers, prepared and impromptu, will be able to improve. So now I would like to call upon the second speaker's evaluator, Toastmasters Ting Wan Ki.
Alright. I have some issue here. I can't seem to open my video. I'm sorry about that. But okay, I'll proceed with my evaluation. Alright. So, Toastmaster Linisha, the empath doctor. I really love your stage when it started off with and very interested engagement with the audience. So you start up your speech with a question to ask them choose between two options, A and B, to have a direct doctor or a very empathy one. And I really love that. That straight away attract the attention of the audience so that they will start to listen in and to find out why do you want me to choose this. And the second thing I really like about your speech is you are very expressive and you act out your dialogue. I really love the part when you say, Doctor, I have a headache. I don't know what's going on. I can really feel the emotion of a patient and even put myself into the character as a patient when I walk into the doctor room and I just blurt everything out to my doctor. So I think the expressiveness also made me feel to want to listen more about what you're going to tell me. And also, the third thing that I really like about your speech is your vocal variety. So, um, despite being expressive, you also know how to lower down your tone when you are talking about your friend breakup story and how you as someone who studied doctor need to be a psychiatrist as well to listen to their sad story and to comfort their heart. And when you're talking about this part, I can feel that you intentionally soften your tone and your voice, and it makes me feel like more comfortable and really get into the vibe of I'm listening to a breakout story. So this is the good part that I really liked about your speech. And I'll go on to the area of improvement. First, I realized that your hand is everywhere. So I can't really picture it out. I really want to show you how your hand acted, but my video is not working. So instead of like gesturing your hand everywhere, maybe just use purposeful one. So when you say one, you point out one, but afterward you can keep it back. You don't need to like point because it will kind of like distract us from listening and we might switch our focus to your hand instead. So maybe keep in mind on that. And second, I would challenge you to add a call to action into your speech. So your speech is about an empathy doctor. We need to be empathy to your patients and not just be a doctor that give like cold advices. So maybe you can add something to link back to everyone. Like everyone can be an empathy doctor. You don't need a certificate for that. You can always um you can always be their psychiatrist, just be a listener to listen out what they want to tell you. And yes, just try to make this to link back to everyone so that they can do it too. I think that's my comment for your speech. So good job on your level 2 speech, Linisha.
Thank you, Angel.
Thank you so much to the evaluator. Oh, hold on. Thank you so much to the evaluator, Ding Wan Ke, for your evaluation. I really like how had a lot of you quoted a lot of examples from Linisha's speech, which I think helps the speaker to really like visualize what you are talking about, especially since that you have your camera off, right? So I think you are able to explain what you meant just through your words. So I think that's very powerful. I think one room for improvement is that maybe to improve your evaluation, instead of saying, now for your room of improvement, you could make it more natural by just saying, like, however, these are a few tips that you might want to take account to improve your speech. So instead of it being very like structured, you can feel that it's more naturally like you are talking naturally instead of like a full on structure. I don't know if I'm making sense. Okay, thank you so much again, Ding Wan Ke. Now I will move on to the third speaker's evaluator, Toastmasters Jason Tong.
Thank you, Madam G. Can you hear me before I start?
Yes, can.
Toastmaster Lim Yen Siew. Ooh, wow. That two depiction of sirens really reminded me not to use my phone ever again when I'm driving. Thanks for the inspirational and humorous speech within just about 7 minutes plus. I would use the word siren, SIREN, to form an acronym to give you some feedback on your speech. S, first thing that I like about Yan Xiu's speech is that she went straight to the point. How did she do that? Remember the opening where she depicted her parent talking to her, threatening her in the parenting way? That to me is going straight to the point without any frills. And that is interesting because it hooked the audience right from the beginning of a 7-minute speech. Second thing I like starts with I, interesting stories. Yan Xiu actually used two of her experiences with two different policemen. I believe there are two different policemen, and narrated them in a very humorous way. Why is that effective in a speech? Because it makes the story or stories relatable for people, especially like me, who has brushes with police, not only two, but maybe up to 5 times already by now. And R is the third thing I like about Yan Xiu's speech, being realistic. She didn't quote a lot of big stats. She didn't give you a lot of information, but she just told you two different stories of her experience with police. And also the usage of ooh, WWE. Wow, that is really scary. It actually can create nightmares in me tonight because I have experienced that before. The realistic depiction of the scenes using sound effects make them vivid in the minds of the audience. So well done, being straight to the point, using interesting stories and realistic depiction of key ingredients in the scenes. For room of improvement, there will be E and N. E stands for emotions. You use different characters, police, your friend, yourself, your parent, in the story. We must make sure that the characters are played up according not only to the emotions, but also to the correct facial expression. For example, a policeman should be stern in voice and body language. Show me your IC. But you, as a driver, should be scared. But during the scary moment, sometimes you also smile. So it wasn't consistent. So make sure you train and practice well to inject and demonstrate the right emotions of different characters. And N, noteworthiness. Every speech should have a strong key message for the audience to take home. I was struggling to really retain the key message. Relook at your opening and your ending to make sure there's a key message and both supports them as well as the stories. All in all, love your humor. I love you being straight to the point, using interesting stories and realistic depiction. To improve, make sure you characterize emotions and body language correctly and always leave the audience with something noteworthy. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmasters Jason, for your evaluation. I felt that the opening of your evaluation is definitely a competition level. Yeah, I really like the use of acronym. Acronyms are a great and powerful tool for the speaker to remember the point of your evaluation so that they are able to capture your points easily and digest them. Okay. I would say that you are definitely a seasoned speaker and evaluator. Maybe just a reminder that we can always push on the room of improvement by highlighting why is it important for them to improve that part of their speech. For example, why should she have the key message? Why is it important for her? And why does the character in her speech need to have the spatial expression? How does it help enhance her speech in the future? But overall, I really think that you delivered your evaluation well, and congratulations on that. Now let's go on to the second speakers, evaluators. Evaluator, yeah, very mouthful, a mouthful there. So I would like to call upon Toastmasters Zhi Jun to give her evaluation.
Thank you, Madam GE. Before we start the timing, because I realized that I haven't introduced the project purpose, the purpose statement of this project, what Angel Ding do this. Yeah. So for information, Toastmaster Angel, she's doing level 1 evaluation and feedback, evaluator speech. And then the purpose of this project is for her to serve as the evaluator. So I'm evaluating her about this. Yeah. So Toastmaster Angel, congratulations and kudos to your very inspiring evaluation and constructive feedback to Toastmaster Linisha. There are 3 points I like about. First, from your evaluation, I felt that you are the attentive person. And then you pay attention, as you pay attention to the speaker, and then you take note about what she says and what she talks during her ceremony speech. And second, you provide useful suggestion for the speaker, Linisha, in area of improvement. I remember you said that she has unnecessary hand gestures. So you point out how can she improve about this? Perhaps she can only just show one when she want to mention one, only show two when she want to mention two. And then other thing, she just try to not shake your hand or make any unnecessary move, hand gestures. Yeah. And third, what inspiring is I like about you provide the key point, call to action. This I believe there are many speakers in mind forgot about call to action, which is what message they want to bring back to they want the audience to bring back. You suggest this, and this quite alert us about the importance of call to action when providing a speech. And then for areas of improvement, I would say like it's a suggestion, my humble suggestion. First, as currently we are doing project speech, so before you being an evaluator, I strongly suggest you to read the project purpose statement and also the evaluation form and also the workbook. If you at least you read the purpose statement and also the evaluation form to know that what project is the person doing. Like for example, Linisha is doing understanding of communication style. So for this speech, she have to do the survey about the IXSA and then to evaluate about her result. Yeah. From the speech, I heard that Linisha is emphasizing about she is more too supportive. And then you can say about this like, congratulations about Linisha for achieving your purpose statement. And then in your speech, you show about you are the supportive person, you are the supportive doctor or what. Yeah. And second, remember to provide a summary. A summary is important because like essay call to action, what you want Linisha to bring back. Yeah, you point out you do well in what, and then area influence what. All in all, you are attentive, and then you provide useful suggestion, and you provide key points, which is call to action. You may work on in read the project purpose before evaluate, and also provide summary. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmasters Zhi Jun, for giving your evaluation. I really like that you were able to really go in depth for this evaluation, because it's not only just a speech when you are giving an evaluation. It's also to make sure that the member actually achieves the purpose of the speech. So thank you so much for reminding uh, Angel, as well as all of us, the purpose of giving an evaluation is to make sure that our pathway is really enhanced, our own skills and the reason why we are doing all these speeches, right? But overall, I think you're able to guide Angel on how to give a better evaluation in the future and what she needs to improve on to give her future evaluations as well. Thank you so much, Toastmasters Zhi Jun. Next, I would like to call upon the Toastmasters of the evening, right, to vote for the best evaluator. Is it? Wait, no, I read the agenda wrongly. Next, I would like to call upon my little sister, Toastmasters Esther to give her table topic evaluation. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, Sonea. First of all, I'd like to thank Toastmaster Wen Jun for bringing us such a wonderful illustration for table topics just now. Okay, firstly, for the first speaker, Toastmaster Zhi Jun, at first you request to change your topic you request to change the topics because you said that you're always in airplane mode, right? I'll suggest you to maybe pause and ask the same question to the audience so that you may get a clearer idea of what the question is about, and maybe you'll be able to attempt the question well. For example, you can also relate to your uni life, like when you are submitting assignments or attending lectures. You always need Wi-Fi, right? So maybe you can incorporate this story while attempting this question. One strength that I like about your speech is that it's very coherent because you actually share your story, your personal story. For example, you share about your internship. There's one time you missed the alarm clock because of the battery running out, and you ended up waking up late. So you have no choice but to prepare in under 25 minutes. So that actually gives the audience the context of what you're actually going through and help us to understand more about the situation you're going. In the end, you end with by stating that you chose to forgive your alarm clock because it's not its fault. So that's a wonderful job from Toastmaster Zhi Jun. Now I'll move on to the second speaker, Toastmaster Angel. Your title is if your friend accidentally ate your fridge food, what will you do? So for me, it's absolutely not forgiving for me for people to eat my food because it took me days to my time to go and buy the grocery food and then ended up being eaten by my friend. So it's hard for me to forgive them. But you actually chose to forgive them, and it's actually one of the things that I wanted to learn from you. I like your speech because it's very structured. You begin with an opening stating that your having a fridge is a luxury, and in the middle you share about your story about in exam week or stressful midterms. Your friends may tend to crave more food, so they might accidentally take your food, and in the end you end with the statement of choosing to forgive your friends because they are unintentional. One of the things that I would like to suggest to alleviate your speech is that maybe you can add more context into your speech. Like you can share the actual experience of when you caught a friend actually sneaking in the fridge and take the food out. It doesn't have to be real, but
this might a little bit of context into your speech and make it more relatable and more enjoyable. So overall, wonderful speech from Toastmasters Angel. Third speaker, Toastmaster Joey. If you could ask someone for forgiveness today, who will it be and why? You stated that you will choose to forgive your friend, and you actually share your story of having a friend where you're very close to friend because basically sleep together and go to the toilet together, right? And unfortunately, you have some misunderstanding with friend, and you ended up having that courage to ask and solve the things out by taking the initiative to approach your friend. So it's what I would suggest is maybe you can add more examples into a speech so that more context to a speech so that the audience can get a clear idea of what it actually happened to your friend and you during the progress. But overall, wonderful job. In the end, you end with a statement that your friend and you are now like a hi bye friend. So maybe you can state that you will forgive your friend even though you still haven't even though they are wrong at the first place. So wonderful job to Toastmaster Zoe, and move on to the fourth speaker, Toastmaster Zhe Xi. If forgiveness was a superpower, one of the strength that I really like about your speech is that you mention back the question before you answer. This actually gives you time to ponder about the questions before you answer so that you can attempt the question well and without any resistance. And um you answered that uh you answered you answered monkey. So it's actually very relatable, especially for people that stays near the forest in the hostel, that you state that the monkey get attacked from them and you actually chose to forgive their evilness because of you forgetting to close the window. So this actually it's very relatable and provide a context to the audience, and especially the majority of audience here are university students. So that's a wonderful job from bringing up your personal story there. And now I'll move on to the last speaker, Chien. Sorry if I mentioned wrongly. So I actually like your speech because you actually add pauses in it, which elevates your vocal variety. For instance, you state that in general, do you think everyone? You state the sentence. Everyone don't deserve the second chance unless they fight for it. In general, do you think everyone deserve it? So you actually pause between the sentence. So I actually one of the strength is one of the improvement is that you can add your story to lengthen your speech. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters Esther. I believe it is your first time giving a table topic evaluation, right? Good job on your first time. I think it's first time. I've never heard you give evaluation before. Okay, but yeah, this is a big role. You give evaluation for 5 speakers. Okay, and that is not an easy feat. Right. I noticed that Esther, you either have really good listening skills or you can take notes really well because you gave so many examples from each of the speakers, table topic speakers, even the ones that I forget, that I already forget. But I think that this is a great skill to have. Being TTE is definitely a way for us to train our listening skills and our focusing skills as well to ensure that when we give the evaluation, the speakers are able to capture whatever point that you are giving to them. Overall, I think you did well, and that's all for me for Toastmasters Esther. Now let's move on to vote for the best evaluator. Yes, thank you so much. I feel like I should be referring the slides instead of the agenda. Okay.
Um,
Not yet?
yeah, we can close the poll.
Okay. Thank you so much to the poll bearer, I think. Whatever you guys are called. Thank you so much. Okay, now let's move on to go to my co-evaluators report. First, I'd like to call upon the grammarian, Zhi Jun. Wow, Zhi Jun, a lot of roles tonight. Please. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Madam G. First of all, let me share my report. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Here's my grammarian report. For the word of the day, just that I might not capture all the usage of the word forgive. So far, for me, I just capture the table topic master and the table topic speakers about the usage of forgive because we need to include the forgive there's a forgive in our table topics. So we have to use it. So table topic master Wen Jun got at least 6 times. And then Zhe 1 time. Zoe at least 3. Zhe Xi at least 4 and Shan at least 4. And for the good selection of words, phrases, sentences, those. And for Toastmaster Shin, the good selection are introduce new ideas that may implement in the future, constitution and bylaws. Toastmaster Linisha, is a noun of empathy, and then it means that a person with the ability to perceive the mental or emotional state of another individual. A person have the ability to capture the emotional of other people. And then second, we are your which between science and community. And this I'm not sure is from who. The word plumbing.
Wait,
It means yes.
Zhi Jun, I would like to correct you a bit. It's meant to be bridge between science and humanity. Community.
In bridge. Okay.
Yeah, bridge. Thank you.
We are in bridge within science and community.
We are your bridge.
Your bridge.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh. Thank you, Linisha, for clarifying. So the doctors, like the bridge, communicating with us within the science and also the community side. And not sure this is from who, but I just explain what I capture. The word plumbing, it means explore or experience fully or explore the extreme one. And second, a golden line. A golden line usually we mean September. Why is it called golden? Because that is the season favored by people, especially popular among sales in the China community. So there's a proverb in China is we call in China there's a saying goes like golden line silver ten. And from Toastmaster Chien, everyone deserves a second chance. He or she seek for it. For grammatical error, if I capture 1, friendship will be end like forever. Remove the like. How should it structure will be friendship will be end forever. So that is all from me. And one suggestion for everyone is try to increase more the usage of the word of the day, especially today's word of the day is quite simple for us. It's forgive. Yeah. So back to you, Madam G.
Thank you, grammarian Zhi Jun. Congratulations for being a grammarian. I feel like you are a lot of roles tonight. Yeah, so thank you for also being grammarian and capturing all the wonderful words that people have used during the meeting and also our room for improvement. I think as a grammarian, you can also feel free to ask the audience if the words that you captured are correct, because sometimes
Yes.
you think it's a great word, but you are not sure if you misheard it. I think because you are a witch between the community, and I'm like, eh, between science and community. If me, I would think that that sounds a bit weird, but it also sounds nice. So maybe I would ask it if I was a grammarian, I would clarify it again during the grammarian report. But overall, thank you so much, Zhi Jun, for giving your report to us. Next, I would like to call upon the next counter. Toastmasters, your Sheng.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, First and foremost, I would like to congratulate to Yong Linisha, and Chien and Jason for perfectly clean session with zero speech crushes or pause fillers. Well done. Next, Toastmaster Angel, you have filler words, 13 uh, 5 1 so, repeatedly repeated words, and Toastmaster Aimaan, you have 1 3 and repeating words my call for more than 2 times, but here I just write 2 times. Yen Xiu, you only have 1 like. Wen Jun, you have 3 3 patches. 3 3 2 so, 1 but. Zhi Jun, you Toastmaster Zhi Jun, 1 1 1 so, and a lot of repeating words like and then. I would say why, or sometimes you say if you, but suddenly change to unless. Guess Zoe, you have 2 so, 1 like, 1 but. Toastmaster Zhe Xi, you have 1 2 so, 1 like. Shan, you have no Toastmaster Harshini, you have 1 2 1 Toastmaster Sonea, you have 8 7 and repeated words I. Last but not least, Toastmaster Esther, you have 17 7 6 sorry, 3 so, and repeating words. So that's conclude my counter reports. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, counter Sheng. Okay, this is the first time I see an counter spreadsheet that is very detailed and that you are able to capture so many filler words. I feel like this is what an counter sheet should look like, because everyone will definitely have some crutches. Those who does not have crutches are quite incredible. But I feel like since you are able to capture so many different filler words from everyone else, it gives more credit to those who did not have any crutches, because it shows that you are a very good listener to be able to capture everyone else's crutches, and those who don't have the filler words are very good in making sure they don't use these filler words. So it makes it more special for them when you give them this report. I think that being an R counter is always overlooked because they will feel like our counter is just listening to the filler words, so boring. Well, actually, I love seeing our counter and I love seeing very detailed our counter reports like this. So thank you very much, Sheng. So now let's move on to our timer report by Harshini. Over to you.
Thank you, GE. Just give me a moment to share my screen as well. So, I'll give a quick report. So the meeting started at 8 o'clock, 5 minutes, later slightly over time. So for SAA and both president's opening address, both by myself, each took approximately 2 minutes each, followed by TME's speech that was 9 minutes and 18 seconds. As for the project speeches, first speech by Toastmaster Shin took 12 minutes 37 seconds. For Toastmaster Linisha and Siew, both of them respectively took 6 minutes 56 seconds and 6 minutes 46 seconds. As for the table topics, Toastmaster Zhi Jun took 2 minutes 5 seconds, Toastmaster Angel 1 minute 24 seconds, Toastmaster Zoe 1 minute 38 seconds, Toastmaster Zhe Xi 1 minute 39 seconds, and Chien took 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Now, as for the evaluation, table topics evaluation took about 6 minutes 47 seconds. That was 17 seconds over time. And for evaluation by Toastmaster Angel took 3 minutes 57 seconds. That was 27 seconds over time. Toastmaster Jason took 3 minutes 36 seconds. That was 6 seconds over time. Finally, Toastmaster Zhi Jun, she took 3 minutes and 22 seconds. As for role players report, Toastmaster Zhi Jun, she took 3 minutes 27 seconds. Toastmaster Sheng, the out counter, he took 2 minutes 50 seconds. That was 20 seconds over time. And finally, myself, I'm taking 1 minute and 43 seconds. That's all from me. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters Harshini. Wow, very, very detailed. She was even able to capture her own self. I'm not sure if this is a practice in Toastmasters Club, but that is very impressive. Keep it up. I think that is also very important. And I think timer should be at the very end to make sure that everyone is within time, or at least take turns. Timer at the end, our counter at the end, grammarian at the end, so that we can also improve on these three aspects in turn. Right, so now I will move on to our general evaluator report. Hold on, let me see the agenda and see how much time I have. Okay, actually we are over time, so I will make this very, very quick. Okay, so my feedback for tonight, Toastmasters of the evening, Aimaan. I think you are able to explain the reason for the meeting theme very well. You're able to relate it with our current times, which is Ramadan, all about forgiveness, maaf zahir dan batin. I feel like you can also try to explain what is maaf zahir dan batin. Maybe some of us are not sure what it actually means. We would always listen to it being said during Raya time, but we wouldn't know what it means. If you're not Malay, what does zahir and batin mean? Okay, like would they actually know? And furthermore, if you have guests who are not Malaysian, even more reason why you should explain what it is whenever you're using a Malay word. Right? I think you can also improve by including some icebreaker questions, so very simple interactive session during your ice breaking, because you have guests, so maybe they wouldn't have the chance to speak during the table topic session. So maybe this would be a good time to call them or like interact with them during your opening speech. But overall, thank you for bringing an important topic, which is to forgive others, and even when we are unable to do it. Right. Next, let's talk about the agenda. I really appreciate the agenda is very full, complete with your speech information. I was surprised, like 5 pages of agenda. What club does that? But honestly, it's very, very good because agenda is, just online. You can scroll to it. It wouldn't take up all the paper, save the earth and whatnot. And I like that all the information is here for me to see, and I'm able to like really gather what this club is about. And of course, I think the last time I was GE, I also mentioned that I like that you guys mention your club history, because not a lot of clubs mention their own history. Usually they only talk about Toastmasters history by itself. I think Esther, is it your first time here? Maybe this is also something that surprises you. And Wen Jun as well. I'm not sure how many times you've been here. Yeah, but it's really great. Speaking about Wen Jun, let's talk about your table topic session. I think that you put a lot of thought and effort into the table topics, because you even made some slides for it. And good job for explaining how table topics work. I think a room for improvement is that you can actually team with someone, an experienced speaker first, to be the first speaker, so that the guests would be able to see how a table topic actually works like, so that you don't have to, who wants to try it first? You can cut down some time on that. But I think you really hit the nail on the head with the table topics, very relevant. You are even able to, like, I noticed that you got excited when a student got the topic that was about being a student. So I think that you did put a lot of effort into this. So well done on that, Wen Jun. I think overall the meeting went well, and I hope that I can come to the meeting again, maybe not as a GE, maybe another role, so that I can experience it in a different way as well. Yeah, always happy to become a role player for you guys. Right, back to you, POE or President.
Thank you, Evaluator Sonea, for your report. And now we will move on to the what we all will be waiting for, the award ceremony. You all voted, and this is where we find who is the best, well, speaker, table topic speaker, and projects and evaluator. First things first, we'll find who is the best table topic speaker. And drum roll, please. I mean, come on, at least do some reacts. Try to generate the hype. Okay, and the best table topic speaker is Chien. Congrats.
Yeah.
Now we should be taking a big
Yes, we should be
yeah.
taking a picture. Sunchen can open up your camera if possible. Yeah. Okay. Hey. All right. 1, 2, 3. Smile. All right. Back to you, TME.
Okay, congrats Chien for being the best table topic speaker. Now we will find who is the best evaluator. Drum roll, please. It is Jason from Toastmasters TTI Toastmasters Club. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Right. Toastmaster Jason. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Smile. All right. Back to you, TME.
Thank you. And now we'll find who is the best project speaker for today. And now is Siew as the best speaker for today. Congratulations.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations. And finally, we would like to give our appreciation towards the General Evaluator for coming to this meeting and becoming our GE. GE, Sonea Clarence from Fardim Toastmasters Club.
1, 2, 3, smile. All right.
Thank you. And with that, that has come to the end of the meeting. I hope you guys had a good time, and I will pass it on to the presiding officer, Harshini. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the evening. First and foremost, I would like to thank everyone attending the meeting tonight. It was a great meeting, especially to our GE for such a great report, and also to everyone involved, as this was such a wonderful meeting. And I certainly loved the table topics. It was very fun. I wanted to join. However, I feel like if I did join, I would have neglected my timer role. Then none of you would have forgiven me for that. So I hope to join another table topics in the future with Toastmaster Wen Jun if possible. Overall, it was a great meeting. We knew a lot of new things. It was fun and certainly learned about the power of forgiveness throughout the meeting, even if we did not use the word of the day much. Overall, I would like to once again thank everyone in joining the meeting tonight. It's getting quite late, so I will keep it short and would just like to inform that our upcoming meeting will be on 30th of March, physical in UM. So those interested, feel free to come to our upcoming meeting. And before we end this meeting, I would like to wish advanced Hari Raya Aidilfitri to those celebrating. And for those who are not, don't worry, happy long weekend. Enjoy your long weekend. And that's all for the meeting tonight. The meeting is adjourned. Feel free to fill in the feedback and form. And that's all for tonight. Have a good night and see you all in the upcoming meetings.
Thank you. Happy Raya, everyone.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
Bye, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
You.
Bye.
Bye bye.